Let me explain what actually happened back in 2021 between him and I, because I feel like the story was very rushed at the time and details got misconstrued and I never really fully addressed them. But I need you to know that I truly have regret in my heart. So I was messaged by Austin through the Bananas Monkey Instagram account, which was a brand of his. I was offered a brand collab or PR package. I have screenshots probably back on my 2021 videos, but I didn't want to construct a whole doc for this. I just wanted to clarify. So that's how it started. I had even told friends, like, I think I'm just picking something up. Like, am I knocking on the door and like just grabbing a PR package? Like, I don't know what's gonna go down. I was not trying to date this man. So I'm not gonna go into the entire story again, but things got weird pretty fast. I was told a lot of things that weren't true. I was offered brand deals like aloe. You know, I was told that him and her were separated and just continued to make content for the kids and the viewers and just all that the situation was. I genuinely wish I had a fresher memory on the story now, but this was 4 years ago, so that I could tell you, you know, things that were said like word for word. And I'm gonna be honest, as I obviously take full accountability for what happened, I was very vulnerable at the time. I mean, no excuses, just background, but I was fresh out of a 5-year long relationship. You know, I had never dated in my 20s to be lied to a man like that. Like, I know that sounds dumb, but you know, I was new to the LA scene. I was new to, you know, gaining followers. I can look back now and obviously see how dumb I look for believing a man so easily. Obviously, no one forced me. I take full accountability and responsibility for, you know, the choice I made. Like, I should have left when things felt off, and I didn't. This is something that I've even worked on in therapy since then. Nobody cares, I know. You know, just that feeling of freezing when you don't really want something to happen, but you do it anyways, and then you're just, you know, left holding that. And that's not me accusing him of anything predatory or weird. That's just my unpacking my own stuff. You know, it wasn't until after it had happened that I was told that this is kind of a pattern of his, that, you know, he uses the business angle to, you know, mislead girls. I genuinely felt sick about that. That's not ever how I wanted to show up to the world. This was all 4 years ago, and I've grown tremendously since then. I've faced the karma. You have no idea. I've worked very hard to, you know, move past it and do better for myself. People in my life can vouch for that. I'm not asking to be liked or be forgiven. You know, I don't post very much anymore for a reason. As you can see, my last TikTok was like 6 months ago. Also, for the record, my situation with him was a very brief amount of time, like 2 weeks. And unfortunately, there are many girls, and I'm not the only one. So every story you hear is not about me, especially the Staples Center situation. The person who owed loyalty was him. He didn't deserve Catherine. I've worked very hard to move past the situation, so this will be the last thing I say about it. I'm not trying to rehash the past. I just wanted to clarify some things that have been twisted. I moved past the situation. I hope that others can too. I did a bad thing, but I'm not a bad person.